Hi guys, I hope that you're all safe and well. It's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this week's Facebook card reveals for you all. So, if you were drawn to card 1, we're going into the energy of the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a really cool card when it shows. So it's all about you guys working really hard at the moment, starting to plant the seeds, starting to really put in the graft work, the foundations. But what's going to happen, what's going to kind of grow and mature, he's got this lovely little nest of pentacles that's all coming together, it's all coming good. And there's another one sort of just about to fall down into his little nest egg there. And basically this is about planting seeds, working hard, putting in the foundations of something now, but then as time goes on, it's all going to start to grow, it's all going to start to mature, and it's going to be ripe for the picking. Now, it might be that some of you have already been doing the sort of planting work and you're starting to see these pentacles kind of coming to you. So it could be that some of you are already starting to see that the fruits of your labor are starting to be ready to be harvested, essentially. So this is a really exciting time, but it's all about sort of abundance, prosperity, and not just from a financial space, although this does interlink that because it's pentacles, but it's also about like this emotional connection, doing something you feel connected to. So for a lot of people, this could be a time when businesses are maybe starting to flourish. Maybe they're about to start to kind of grow and blossom. Maybe you're starting to take that step to set up your own business. And if you're in that space, this is sort of saying it's going to be really good. It's going to be really positive. But it could be other aspects of your life as well. Maybe some of you have recently moved or are about to move or in between moving, because we've also got in the back there's this sort of property here, and maybe that's been a bit stressful, it's been maybe a little bit of an upheaval, but you're at that final hurdle where it's like it's all coming together, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and you're going to have this new little nest that you can sort of create and sort of be part of. So it's like everything's coming good, but it doesn't just get gifted. It doesn't come to you on a plate because you feel or expect to have it. You have to put some effort in. You have to put some dedication. And that's the main thing with this. And there's ongoing nurturing. It's not just about sort of resting on your morals when something comes to life. It's great that something has happened, but then you've got to keep focusing, you've got to keep manifesting, you've got to keep putting effort and dedication in to maintain everything that's being created. So it's a card of long-term investment as well, but everything is starting to come good. So quite exciting if you've been drawn to this card, really. Now then, guys, as we're moving into card 2, we're going into the energy of the World. The World is one of the best cards you can get within the tarot. The World is about experiences. You know, the world is big, the world is massive. It's a time to see the world. It's a time to get out there and sort of be connected and part of something. Usually with the World, it's the end of anything restrictive, it's the end of anything negative, and it's the beginning stages of something brand new. It's also a really important time to cherry pick and decide what you want from your life. How do you want your own personal world to be? What do you want it to be made up of? So it's a really, really important time to get out there and start to cherry pick how you live your life. If you feel at times like situations or circumstances have been dictating you a little bit, it's time to move away from all of that and start to really harness the world that you want to be part of, the world that you want to discover, and whatever you want in it. So it could be experiences, connections with new people as well as existing people in your life. But it's all about balance, harmony, and it's usually like a life calling or a life purpose. Often the World card connects us into a little bit of a spiritual ascension. So very often some of you might be going through a bit of a spiritual shift at the moment. You might be really sort of tapping into a bit of a higher ascension and focusing on, you know, what you really want. What are you here to be part of? What are you here to discover? Some of you might be really breaking boundaries at the moment as well. If there's been sort of heavy conditioning systems placed upon you, some of you are going to start to really rebel that stuff and think, I'm going to actually walk my own pathway. So it's quite an exciting time. I always like the World because it's full of endless opportunities. And I think it's always important to remember the conscious mind knows no limitations. It knows no boundaries. It's only what we choose to place upon ourselves that restricts us. But this is like a card. It's almost like a free pass that you can have within reason, as long as you respect and honor the earth and don't abuse it, this is like a free pass where you can reach everything you want to experience, everything you want to become and be part of. And I'm not saying it's going to be an instant thing. There might be some sort of, long-term work required. It might not happen overnight, but it will happen. And it's focusing, it's trusting the vision that you can have that of what you seek. And at some point, when it's ready, it will materialize. So it's quite exciting, actually, if you've been drawn to this card. Now then, guys, there's always a card 3 somewhere that seems to rock the boat. We've got all these great cards coming in, and then there's always one that has to ruin it for everybody. But no, I'm only joking. But if you've been drawn to card 3, we're going into the 5 of Wands. Now, the 5 of Wands is suggesting that there could be a little bit of confrontation. There could be a little bit of frustration at the moment. There may have been an exchange of words. Things might have been getting sort of taken a little bit out of context. There could be a little bit of heightened drama that's been happening around you. And basically, if that's been happening, if that's been going on, if either you've been unintentionally causing some upset around you, or if you've seen it happening around you, it's really important to pull back. Don't engage your wand. Don't feel like you've got to have the last say, the last word. Don't feel you've got to try and sort of, get one over on somebody. Just walk away, because when all is said and done, who really gets hurt by these experiences? And this is suggesting that some of you are getting quite pulled into drama, heaviness. Maybe there could be some manipulation. Maybe there could be some narcissistic gaslighting going on around you as well from people, and they could maybe be willingly knowing they're doing that, or it could be a bit unintentional. But it's really important with this card not to get caught up in it. Don't get caught up in the confrontation. Now, sometimes this card shows not as a necessarily physical thing that's happening, but sometimes something that we're doing in our mind. So for some of you, there might be some sort of mental sort of conflict going on at the moment. But whatever's happening, whatever's going on, set yourself free. Don't be sort of victimized. Don't be held back. Don't be limited by anybody else's thoughts, feelings, or ideas about something. Live your own path. It's like today. I had somebody really trying to gauge a response and a reaction from me. So I was I phoned a venue, and I was asking, would they want my tour, or could I host my sort of tour, my night of mediumship at that particular venue. And rather than just saying, no, I'm really sorry, it's not going to be suitable for our venue, rather than saying that, they wanted to try to get me into a fight, a confrontation, basically, about, oh, I don't believe in that, it's all a load of bullshit, it's all con artistry and everything else. And they were really going on and on and on and on and on and on about it. And I didn't give away my power. I just held the phone back a little bit. I was like, let them rant, let them rave. And when they'd finished, I just said, thank you very much. I didn't need all of that, but thank you very much. And, put the phone down, and that was that. But they were trying to get me pulled into having to justify myself. And I think what's really important to remember, particularly with demo nights, is yes, some people have never experienced it, but a lot of people have already got a connection with spirit. A lot of people are already working with spirit directly, or have had something so unexplainable. So very often with mediumship and demo nights particularly, the outside muggle world sort of maybe sees it as I'm trying to almost prove or sort of, get people to believe in a certain thing. But a lot of people have already had their own experience that can't be taken away. You can never take away someone's personal connection with spirit. And that's what these, I call them muggles, the outside world, that's what they don't seem to get, that a lot of people are coming already a believer because something so pivotal has already happened in their life, So it's not about me proving or disproving. I'm just a voice box for the show, for spirit to do their thing. The rest is down to them, But so that was just an example in my own personal world. But it's really important. Don't feel you've got to justify yourself. Don't feel you've got to explain yourself to anybody. It might be with this card that some of you feel like you're really having to explain your principles, your values, your belief systems, and you don't, You don't have to answer to anybody other than yourself. So don't get kind of pulled into the negativities of stuff. Don't feel you've got to try and explain your worth. Just hold your head up high, take your own personal magic wand, pull back your power, pull back your energy, focus on where you want to be in the world, focus on making your life comfortable for you. So I'm going to leave that one with you and hope it makes a little bit of sense. So have a great week ahead, guys. Stay safe, stay well, stay fabulous. Just a couple of shout outs to say that my official tour starts this Saturday. I'm going to be at my first official date of the year, which is going to be Castle Cary at the Brook House. So really looking forward to that. I think it may be sold out, but there may be 1 or 2 tickets left, but they are getting booked through the pub direct. So if you want to come and see me in Castle Cary, check in with the pub, Brook House Inn, see if they've got any tickets left for that. That is actually going to be for a charity as well. It's for pancreatic cancer. So I'm starting the tour with a charity demo, which is going to be really nice. And then on Sunday, you can catch me in Avebury. I think I might have 1 space left for that, for a day of one-to-one readings at the beautiful Avebury Social Club, run by the fabulous Evelyn Whitebear. So that's going to be an amazing event as well. So a busy old weekend, but I'm looking forward to it. Later on, there will be a link coming up for a cheeky little chatty ramble with the guys from the Outer Limits in Swindon, their radio show. Really excited to be being interviewed by those guys tonight, so you can catch that. It goes live at 10 o'clock this evening, and then I think there's a repeat later on in the week, but I'll put up a link so you can sort of connect with it there as well. So loads of exciting stuff going on. So look after yourselves, stay safe, stay well, and I will connect with you all very soon. Love and blessings. Bye for now.